In the book of Daniel, chapters 2 and 4, we read about a great king named Nebuchadnezzar who had a very troubling dream. Troubled so much so that he called for his wise men, his astrologers, and sorcerers, and commanded them to reveal the dream to him, or else they would be put to death. But they couldn't, because the dream was so cryptic and bizarre. And so the king continued to toss and turn restlessly in his bed until an announcement was made that the young Hebrew captive named Daniel was able to interpret dreams. So the king summoned Daniel, gave him the same command. And amazingly, Daniel was able to interpret the dream and explain its meaning to the king. Let's see the dream together. You are watching this channel. Join us as we walk through the Bible in 100 videos or less. Remember to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Now, back to the story. Nebuchadnezzar had a vision of a large statue. The head of this statue was made of pure gold, and the chest and arms were of silver. But the belly and thighs were made of bronze. The legs were of iron, and the feet were partly iron and partly clay. Then, as he watched, a stone was cut out of a mountain by no human hands. And this stone came and struck the iron with a mighty sound and broke it in pieces. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold all fell and were shattered like a dream and were utterly broken to pieces. And the stone that struck the statue became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. Let's take a moment to appreciate the vastness of the empire that Nebuchadnezzar had built. His empire stretched from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean Sea. Babylon was the capital, and it was the largest city in the world. It was also the most prosperous and powerful city in the world at that time. And so when Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about a great statue of himself, the wise men and sorcerers thought that they could easily interpret the dream. After all, how hard can it be? It's just a dream about a king having a big statue made of precious metals. Surely that means that the king is really special and important, right? But Daniel saw the dream differently. So what did the dream actually mean? Well, let's start with the statue itself. The head of the statue was made of pure gold, and the chest and arms were of silver. This represents the kingdom of Babylon. You see, gold and silver were the most valuable metals in the ancient world. And so the head and chest of the statue represent the wealth and power of the kingdom. The belly and thighs were made of bronze. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, which is harder and stronger than either metal on its own. And so the strength and durability of the bronze represents the military might of the kingdom. The legs were of iron. Iron is even stronger than bronze, and it was used to make weapons and tools for war. And so the iron legs represent the military conquests of the kingdom. Finally, the feet were partly iron and partly clay. This represents the decline and fall of the kingdom. Clay is weak and brittle, so it can't hold up the weight of the statue. Just like how Babylon would eventually be conquered by Persia, as you can see here on this timeline. But there was more to the dream than just the statue. As Daniel continued to watch, a stone was cut out of a mountain by no human hands. This represents the coming of Cyrus, the king of Persia, who will overthrow Babylon. The stone then struck the statue and broke it in pieces. This represents the destruction of Babylon. And finally, the stone became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. This represents the worldwide conquest of the Persians. It is important to note that this was unjust a dream about one particular king or one particular empire. This was a prophecy about the future of the entire world. And the hidden truth is that no empire will ever again be as powerful or as wealthy as Babylon. As you can see, the book of Daniel is full of hidden truths that reveal the secrets of kingdoms and the future of the world. If you want to learn more, I highly recommend reading the book of Daniel. Thanks for watching. Please remember to share this video with your friends and family. Also, check out our other videos and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you next time!